Welcome. It's so nice to see so many folks here on a Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday. Okay, let's try again. Backstretch. Okay, good Wednesday to everybody. Welcome to the Daily Antidote Song. So glad you're all here. It was really super amazingly fun to see so many of you yesterday for the Ella Jenkins tribute. That was pretty incredible, and I have to say, a pretty neat way to have my first day back in the room after being away for the first time. It was great to see you all, but I didn't see you as carefully as I'm going to see you today because I was rushing because we had such a big day. I want to welcome everybody out there on Facebook Live. Thanks for joining us today for the Daily Antidote of Song, day 500 and I want to say hi to Deirdre. Hi, Deirdre. We're glad you're with us today.
Hello. Hi.
Deirdre Murtha is going to be our song leader for the day. Hello to Brian. Nice to see you today. Glad you're here. And Al on his guitar. Nice to see you. Hello, Kathy in Virginia. Good to see you. I don't think I've seen you in a few days. And Annette in California. Hello. Hi, Susan. Nice to see you. And Deborah in Kentucky. Hello. And Susan G in Ohio. And actually, Susan G, do you have your card for Ella handy? Because I would love for you to hold that up now. And I'm going to spotlight you. Because yesterday I missed seeing that Susan had made a quilt card for Ella. That is so beautiful, Susan, and I know that Susan is going to be sending it to Ella, and what a great way to join and add in on the fun for Ella on her birthday. Well, it was her birthday month in any case. Kevin Ennis back in the house. Hello, nice to see you coming in from New Hampshire. Glad you're here. And hello, Anna in Maine. Glad you're here again too. Nice to see you. And Barry in Maryland, who I just saw in person yesterday or the day before, one of these days in the long string of days. Nice to see you, Barry. Glad you're here. Sheila in Florida. Hello, nice to see you. And hello, Hoda coming in from British Columbia. Nice to see you. And Ruth in Birmingham, UK. Glad you are here today. Hello to Deli in Maryland and to Susan in Seattle. Hello to Luda in Victoria and Kathleen in Albuquerque. Hello to Amanda and Miles in Michigan. Nice to see you, or at least the Amanda part with Miles lurking in the background. Hello, Steve and Michelle. Okay, so now we have the Michelle half of Steve and Michelle, and yesterday we had the Steve half. Hello, Barb in Virginia. Glad to see you again. And Pete and Janet in Toronto. Hello and hello. It's really lovely to see both of you. Hello, Lynn and Cliff, or at least the Cliff half in Vermont. Good to see you today. And Carolyn in Idaho. Hello, with a beautiful yellow flower behind you. And hello to Bonnie in Idaho. Nice to see your smile today. Sarah in Texas. Hello, glad you are here. Hi, Jamie in Victoria. Nice to see you. And hello to Karen in Oregon. Also glad to see you. Becky in British Columbia. Nice to see you today. And hello to Jane in Texas. Glad you've joined again. Kate in Charlottesville. Hello, always good to see you. Fred from the DC Labor Chorus, one of our faithful in the house. Sid in Victoria, nice to see you again. Pat, Katie Abadou's mom, we are glad you are joining again. Hello, Storm in Mass, and I'm just quickly going to shout out that his daughter Mariah had a birthday a few days ago, so let's all please give Storm a hand wave that he can take back to Mariah for her birthday. This is from all of us to Mariah, Storm. There's Lynn giving Darla her grooming. Great to see you, Lynn. And Darla, really great to see you too. Sandy, I'm spotlighting you because I cannot read your... Yay, that's great. I love it. Sandy is back. We've missed you, Sandy, and we are glad you're here. I wish we could all talk about, maybe that's our cocktail party, what everybody did for whatever time it is they did or did not get away over the summer. Aloysius, nice to see you. Glad you're here today. And Kirsten, glad you're here too. Nice to see you. And Janet, nice to see you with your kitty cat coming in from Georgia. Lynn, I got Jane, Gary, and folks off video, Kat, and Suzanne, Joni, Adrian, Ruth, let's see, Lori, and James, and Thomasina coming in from Tivoli, New York, Nancy, and Sarah, and Tom, and Alan, and Arlene, and Marnie, and lots more folks popping into the room as we speak. So that's a hello to Bob and Mabel, and a hello to, Trish, and a hello to Phil, and some other folks still coming. Glad you guys are all here today. All right, now let's all take a deep breath. Happy Wednesday. In the last few minutes, I have discovered it is Wednesday, and it's good to be here on a Wednesday. So I'm super happy that everyone is here to sing along with Deirdre Murtha as we are continuing our celebration this week of the Unplugged week at CDSS. So short story is, our week this week is called Unplugged, the plugged-in version, because Unplugged was supposed to be the name of the camp at Pinewoods, which was canceled because Pinewoods decided to close because of the Delta variant. And so the version that was going to be unplugged is plugged back in again. Here we all are, grateful that we can at least be together in this context. And Deirdre is actually usually at Campers Week, which is what Unplugged was replacing. And we will talk about this all a little bit more after Deirdre sings her song. Deirdre, welcome. We're excited to sing with you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm going to share a song called The Welcome Table, which I'm sure many of you know. It was originally a gospel song and from the 1920s, and then made into a civil rights song in the 50s and 60s. And now I just kind of think it's more like an inclusion song, bringing us up to today. So I learned it from Claudia and Dan Zanes. And I heard them sing it a few years back at the Mystic Sea Music Festival, and I immediately thought, well, this is a singable song for everybody. Not only in its welcoming words, but it's a zipper song. It's easy to sing along with. So I hope you do that with me today, and with complete harmonies, of course. I'm going to play it with the little child-sized dulcimer that I won at a Pinewoods auction, Campers Week auction. All right. If you want to play along, it's in the key of C, People's key. Just make sure I'm in tune here. And so I'm just going to sing a few verses, and maybe we'll kind of swap out some other ones later on if we come back to the song. Anything works, but so here we go. Sorry, it was in tune, but you know. Okay. Am I teaching the chorus first? Is that how this works?
So because it's a zipper song, and it's a zipper song that a lot of us have sung before, I think you could probably just break into it. Is everybody feel okay with Welcome Table? Seeing a lot of thumbs up.
Awesome. All right. I'm gonna sit at the welcome table. Oh, I'm gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. Oh, Lordy, I'm gonna sit at the welcome table. Gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. Well, I'm gonna feast on milk and honey. Oh, I'm gonna feast on milk and honey one of these days. Oh, Lordy, I'm gonna feast on milk and honey. Gonna feast on milk and honey one of these days. Let's do that and let's hum. All God's children gonna sit together. Oh, all God's children gonna sit together one of these days. Oh, Lordy, all God's children gonna sit together. All God's children gonna sit together one of these days. We're gonna sit at the welcome table. Oh, we're gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. Oh, Lordy, we're gonna sit at the welcome table. Gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. We're gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. All right.
Woo! Thank you, Deirdre. That's beautiful. I love that song so much. And Deirdre and I talked about the fact that when we run through it again at the end, we're going to have folks put things in the chat that we can try to drop into the song. But don't do it yet. And when we do it, actually, try not to chat anything except for entries into the song, so we might actually be able to see them all in a row and get them, because sometimes the chat box is moving pretty quick. And Deirdre, depending on how creative everybody's feeling, we could be singing for like 3 hours straight. We'll try and get, sort of like the first 5 or so, or however long we feel.
Right.
So, Deirdre, can you tell me just a little bit more about the song? You said you learned it from Dan and Claudia Zanes, who are regulars in this room. And what else do you know about it, or why do you choose to sing it?
Well, it was sung in the 1920s, and then it was by a black gospel quartet, and then it was kind of it stayed around and was changed into a civil rights song in the 50s and 60s. And actually, the Carpe family also sang it in the 30s under a different name. And so it's evolved, and it's one of those accessible songs that can evolve and be kind of be shared as people kind of need it in their community. So civil rights, and then I just think it really not only in word, but just it's easy to sing along with, and people can, and repetitive enough that people can sing right away. So it's truly, I think, a welcoming song. And when I heard Dan and Claudia sing it, I thought, well, that would be such a great Pinewood song. And so I kind of tucked it in my quiver and, shared it there soon after. And yeah, it's kind of come around and been one of those go-to songs in different communities.
That's great. Thank you. I was trying to remember who's brought it to this room and whether or not we've had it once before or twice in this room. I think Reggie Harris brought it to us once, and I can't remember if somebody else also did. But this is where my University of the Daily Antidote of Song will pop into gear, and everyone will start putting in the chat, remember it was this day, and it was, yeah.
And there's always the archive.
Exactly. Yeah, no, we've got a lot of archivists or archivist types in this room for sure, myself included. So we have talked a lot in this room, and I've brought up before an Issei Barnwell quote on the subject of is it okay for white people to be singing music that evolved from or emerged from Black culture? And someone told me that at one of her song leading workshops that Issei, in response to that question, said, you can share it and you can sing it, but you can't have it. And I thought that was so cool. Some notion about honoring the place where something comes from and never taking it out of that context when you do sing it and share it. And
exactly. And I mean, it's an avenue for us to learn about that culture. And that's all good, to learn and then continue to share it with new audiences and new communities, so that more people can learn about it.
I think. Oh, go ahead.
I don't want to be a traitor to Pinewoods, but I did go down to Augusta Heritage Week, Vocal Week, and Old Time Week for 3 summers in a row in the 90s. And I hadn't had much experience hearing or listening to or singing gospel music, but I took a gospel workshop with Ethel Caffey Austin, I think all 3 summers. And I mean, the tears that came out, from sharing that kind of music daily with her, it kind of opened up a new spot in my heart. And then just, years later, I joined a local gospel choir here. So I think it's such a freeing way of singing. And then it also, of course, honors the history as well.
That's really great. I was thinking that one of the things that I think makes the traditional music community, sort of unifies the traditional music community, is that in general, when we are singing a song, we are either talking about its history or who we learned it from, sort of as a rule. There is no song that doesn't come with context. And so, in this space, we have these Library of Congress American Folklife Center Archive Challenge Weeks, where we not only talk about the song in its context and its history, but we go back and actually look at or hear clips from other recordings. And I feel like most of the stuff that gets brought to the table at a lot of Pinewoods things or CDSS things is stuff where that's exactly what we're doing, is we're learning about the culture in order to share the song. And
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So as you can hear, one of my neighbor's cars has a car alarm going off, or maybe you can't hear. It's kind of been going on all morning, so At this point, my head has it automatically going even when it's not going. So all right, let's see. Deirdre, can you tell us a little bit about what else you do when you're not going to Pinewoods?
Right. I am a preschool music teacher. I used to be a regular classroom teacher and that kind of sang in bands at night, and then I joined the two when I had kids and just wanted a more flexible schedule. So I've been a preschool music teacher for, teacher for 30 years, preschool for about 25 years, preschool music. And I go around to lots of different preschools, daycares, libraries, backyard classes, you name it, birthday parties, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I do by day. And then my husband and I have a Irish and old time traditional duet. I sing with the Johnson Girls, maritime, all female quartet, member of the South Street New York Packet. So yeah, music is a huge part of my life, everyday life. Yeah.
That's great. So I just put the Johnson girls into the chat. Can you just tell us a little bit more about them? Anything they've got coming up or?
Sure, sure. So I mean, just historically speaking, sea shanties have been a very male-dominated, genre, right? Understandably, because of the history. Women were not allowed to sail on ships, and so they didn't have that kind of experience. So back in the heyday of sail, in the late 1800s and early 1900s. So in the mid 90s, two of the members of the Johnson Girls were at the Mystic Sea Music Festival and listening to yet again another male group and said, hey, you know what? I think it's time for us to start a female group. So within the year, they started and it's a New York-based group. They started the group. I joined a year later, and so we've been together for 25 years. And we like to say kind of breaking glass ceilings, but also what's most important to us is to keep the music going, and that there are just tons of female shanty groups out there now. Not just because of us, but we were kind of in the beginning. There was another group, the Liverpool Judies, out of the DC area before us, but we like to think that we were some of the front runners in the the women's sea music field. So, and we just, we each run different things. So I run a shanty sing with my husband here. Everyone, Joy Bennett is now the director of Old Songs. Allison ran things in the city for many, many years. Bonnie is incredibly instrumental in the Mystic Seaport Festival. So, and New York, South Street. So we all just want to keep the music going, and shanty, not just because of the maritime history, but again, shanties are immediately accessible because of the repetitive call and response nature for most of the formats. We like to educate people about shanties, and and to be in a room full of shanty singers, like a pub sing, oh my, is it just the harmonies divine. Anyway.
I'm always fascinated at the pub sings at how people can possibly remember all those lyrics. Like when the song leader puts out one of those enormously long, so
Right.
many words, the chorus repeats, but the rest of it is all these long verses. And then, a minute or two later, they're breaking into another one. And I think that's more than I could possibly
Yep.
hold in my head.
Yep. But if you go to a lot of shanty sings, you just absorb it, So,
That's great.
yeah.
Well, so I think we talked about maybe trying to get you and your group in the room at some point soon to share a song in here. We think that would be really
Wonderful.
fun.
Thank you. That would be wonderful.
Is there anything that you guys have coming up, or any of the folks you mentioned have coming up that you want to mention quickly? Any events or any places people can?
Well, my husband and I run a monthly shanty sing here in our area, which is Norwalk, Connecticut. So I think there's a Facebook page for that. You can put that in the chat. And then I host the South Street Seaport Shanty Sing every other month. It happens every month, the first Sunday of every month. And I'll be doing that this Sunday from 2 to 4. And I think I also put that link in the chat. And,
Is that South Street Museum?
Yes.
Okay.
Seaport Museum. Yep. And then, yeah, the Johnson Girls, our website has what we've been up to, and we're kind of, we've done a lot of live performances this summer, which was wonderful. But we often travel quite a bit in our group, and we, really still can't do that. So we were supposed to go to England in the fall to the Harwich Festival, and that, I think they're just keeping it very local, not having anybody come from overseas. So we're doing a live stream concert for them on September 18th. And then San Francisco, we've been out to many times. We're going to do a live online concert for them as well, September 25th. So it's kind of the nature of where we're still at, doing what we can.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's folks in the room who definitely know your work. I'm hearing, I'm seeing, not hearing.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like I'm hearing. Love the Johnson Girls, and oh wow, the Johnson Girls, and there is now a link in there for is it Rowayton?
The Rowayton Shanty Sing, yes.
Rowayton Shanty Sing. So I hope folks can join you at some of that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to read this. Women were pirates too. Annie Bonny, Mary Read, and Grace O'Malley. So let's hear it from pirates.
Right.
Thanks, gang, for all of the great input. And here is the part where we're gonna give a little more sort of guidance on the input. So Deirdre's gonna sing the song again, the verses that we already sang, and you're invited to put into the chat anything that you think has the right rhythm to fit into the song. And I'm going to call them out to her, and we'll do it for a little while until, either Deirdre's wearing out or we're so thank you for not putting anything else in so that we make sure we can see it as they pop up. And Deirdre, I think we're ready to roll again.
What should we start with? The welcome table, or do we want to start with a new verse?
How about let's start with welcome table, because they haven't started to appear yet.
Okay.
And then hopefully one will appear. So actually, you have to put something in there, or I have nothing to call out. So think about it for a minute. We are going to
see. I did see one.
That one?
Early on about a Zoom. It's hard for me to
I know
the chat, but there was something about a Zoom sing.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to sing on Zoom together.
Oh, good. There you go. You can start. And everybody else, please drop something in. Here we go.
All right, here we go. Oh, I'm gonna sit at the welcome table. Oh, I'm gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. Oh, Lordy, I'm gonna sit at the welcome table. I'm gonna sit at the welcome table one of these days. We're gonna sing on Zoom together. We're gonna sing on Zoom together. Oh, we're gonna sing on Zoom together one of these days. Oh, Lordy, we're gonna sing on Zoom together. We're gonna sing on Zoom together one of these days. What else do we have? What?
Sing for racial justice.
Sing about?
Sing for racial justice.
Sing for racial justice. We're gonna sing for racial justice. Oh, we're gonna sing for racial justice one of these days. Hallelujah. We're gonna sing for racial justice. We're gonna sing for racial justice one of these days.
March, peace.
We're gonna march for peace. Oh, we're gonna march for peace with brothers and sisters one of these days. Adding in, we're gonna march for peace together. We're gonna march for peace together one of these days.
Dance at camp.
Woo! Oh, I hope so soon. Oh, we're gonna dance at camp together. Oh, we're gonna dance at camp together one of these days. Real soon we're gonna dance at camp together. We're gonna dance at camp together one of these days. Anything else?
You can fit in walk for climate preservation.
We're gonna walk for climate preservation. Oh, walk for climate preservation one of these days. Oh Lordy, we're gonna walk for climate preservation. Gonna walk for climate preservation one of these days.
We are going to vote for freedom and peace.
We're gonna vote for freedom and peace now. Oh, we're gonna vote for freedom and peace now one of these days. We're gonna vote for freedom and peace now. We're gonna vote for freedom and peace one of these days.
Love all my neighbors.
Love all my neighbors. I'm gonna love all my neighbors. Oh, I'm gonna love all my neighbors one of these days. Change it to we. We're gonna love all our neighbors. We're gonna love all of our neighbors one of these days.
How about we're going to sing for smiles and joy.
Yay! Oh, we're gonna sing for smiles and joy now. Oh, we're gonna sing for smiles and joy now one of these days. Oh, Lordy, we're gonna sing for smiles and joy now. We're gonna sing for smiles and joy now one of these days.
Got enough in you for a few more?
Okay, sure.
How about hug each other?
Hug each other. I hope people are singing harmony at home, right? Oh, we're gonna give each other a hug now. Oh, we're gonna give each other a great big hug right now. Oh, Lordy, we're gonna give each other a hug now. We're gonna give each other a hug right about now.
Welcome refugees.
Yeah. We're gonna welcome refugees now. Oh, we're gonna welcome refugees one of these days. Oh, we're gonna welcome refugees now. We're gonna welcome refugees one of these days.
Okay, the last two, Daily Antidote personalized. We're going to sing on the Antidote bus.
Okay. Oh, we're gonna sing on the Antidote bus now. Oh, we're gonna sing on the Antidote bus now. One of these days, all together, we're gonna sing on the Antidote bus now. We're gonna sing on the Antidote bus one of these days.
All right, let's figure out how we work this in. I'm going to sing in person with the Daily Antidote.
Oh, we're gonna sing in person with the Daily Antidote. Oh, we're gonna sing in person with the Daily Antidote one of these days. Oh, Lordy, we're gonna sing in person with the Daily Antidote. We're gonna sing in person with the Daily Antidote one of these days. Woo! Okay. Gonna sing in person with the Daily Antidote one of these days. Wow, that was an epic welcome table. All right.
It also made me realize that antidote is not exactly a rhythmic friendly word. So now I'm thinking of all of the folks who've worked antidote into their songs throughout the program and thinking of how glorious it is that they managed to figure out how to do that.
An antidote quilt, a rhythmic music.
There you go. Antidote quilt. We're all going to own an antidote quilt someday. I like that. Susan G., you better get to work. You got 63 quilts you got to make. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Deirdre, that was completely amazing. Thank you. What a great day and what a great way to go out into our day. Do you have anything else you want to say before we say goodbyes today?
Well, I just do want to plug for Campers Week or for Pinewoods in general because what a welcoming place that is. I brought my two teen boys there uh, for a couple of years, and they grew up going to folk music festivals with me and my husband. Grew up with music, but not going to camp, and they were immediately welcomed there and had an amazing time. So until their summer jobs got involved and conflicted, but yeah, Campers Week, Family Week, Pinewoods in general is such a magical place. So I hope people, when it is open, sign up for future weeks.
Definitely. We're all going to meet at Pinewoods one of these days. And I do want to shout out Carpe Diem Arts, Pinewoods Camp, Inc., and CDSS, the Country Dance and Song Society, all of whom are helping to make this week possible. Thank you, Deirdre, so much for representing Campers Week and Unplugged. So for those who don't know, Unplugged was the name of the week instead of Campers. It was going to be the same time frame, but not called Campers because Campers is so much about kids, and kids, of course, between 0 and 12 being unvaccinated weren't going to be able to attend. So Unplugged was the name of Not Campers, and now Not Unplugged is the name of this plugged in week right here. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining us. So glad to see you all today. Really glad to be back in your presence and in your circle. Thank you again to Deirdre. Let's give it up for Deirdre, and hope we'll get to sing with you again with your shanty women sometime very soon.
Yes. All right.
Yay.
Thanks so much for inviting me, and I had a great time.
Great. Thanks, Deirdre. And thanks everybody out there on Facebook for joining us today. We can't wait to sing with you tomorrow. See you soon.